Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joey G for your second time today on this lovely Saturday. What's going on, everybody? Shout outs to everybody up there, to my boy Fran Daddy. What's going on? To my man Wide Tooth. What's going on? Ears. What's going on? Rest in peace to my best friend Dave Daly. P. What's going on? Eyeball. All my old boys. Buddha. Ace Diesel. All my boys. What's up? Main thing is I have to say. And it's a very, got tongue tied there. It's a very, very touchy subject. Are Vincent Kennedy McMahon, father, and Stephanie Marie, I think that's her middle name, McMahon, in love? And I'm dead serious, and this is not, it is funny, but I really believe that half of it is true. I think that he loves her, and she loves him. Pictures don't lie. When she was getting married, he was right before she got married, not at the actual wedding when she married Triple H. She was standing there, and that's just when she got her tit job done. And she has some big-ass tits. And, real big. They went from, you remember in 99, when she first became, even before that, when The Undertaker was giving her, like, that black sacrifice satanic wedding in the ring, and Austin saved her, and he didn't save her for Vince. That's when Vince revealed himself as the the higher power. But she was a bore. She was pretty. She was pretty. She was she was a pretty chick. But she wasn't boom. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden she she was on Raw that summer of '99, and all of a sudden she went with Triple H, and even the first almost year she was, about the first 9 months she was Triple H, she was normal. And then by the summer of 2000, the end of 2000, like when her Angle and Triple H were feuding in Unforgiven 2000 in Philadelphia, I was there. And Triple H fought Angle, and that was Austin's comeback when he came back and he fought Rikishi before he found out Triple H was the accomplice in the car. And Stephanie just, got big. And there was a picture before Triple H and Stephanie got married, and Vince got caught looking at Steph's tits. And Steph called him and looks up and smiles. It's on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube. Vince gets caught looking at Steph's breast or tits or boobs. I don't know what way you want to call it. I just say tits. That's all. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a curse. I just say titties. You know what I mean? That's what I call them. What I say in front of my mother, no. What I say in front of my grandmother, no. But, I'll say titties to anybody else, because that's what they are, right, girls? And women, they're titties. You know what I'm saying? Not being disrespectful, I'm just being real. But, Vince and Steph have had some weird things, and I don't think it's fully Steph. A lot of it's Vince, because Vince has wanted storylines a lot of the times. Vince has talked about storylines. Remember when Vince fought Stephanie at No Mercy in 2003? Vince really wanted to have Sable and Steph fighting over him, with Linda not even involved. You remember, Kane was feuding with Shane on Raw at that time, and Tombstone, Linda on the Titantron. Vince didn't even care. If you remember, Vince was on SmackDown. That's when the brands were extended. And Vince was, he was banging Sable on SmackDown, and, Stephanie, of course, that's her dad that's married to her mom, and they're still married, and so they, had a good feud, and they had some good matches. Cat fights. Stephanie would kick Sable's ass. Even though Sable is married to Brock now, it's a little different now. Brock probably taught her some killer moves, because when their husbands fought, Sable's husband kicked the shit out of Triple H. And Triple H's victory over Brock at WrestleMania 29 was a fluke and one of the worst snooze fests WrestleMania matches ever. You had that year, I know I'm off topic, but I know my wrestling. You had CM Punk and The Undertaker, which stole the show. And The Rock and Cena 2, that was a great match too. Almost as good as the first one. Almost as good. Not quite as good because The Rock won the first one. But the Cena win, the second one, I was just as good. But to put the Lesnar, it wasn't Lesnar's fault, it was Triple H's fault. Triple H made that match horrible. SummerSlam 2012, when Brock made Triple H tap, I watched that match on YouTube last night. That was a better match. But the match at WrestleMania 29 was horrible. The one at Extreme Rules, after WrestleMania 29, 2013, and the, 2013, right after WrestleMania 29, Triple H and Lesnar fought in the feud because Triple H won at WrestleMania, which was a false win. Triple H can't beat Brock Lesnar. And Brock won the cage match. So, we know whose husband would win. And I think Sable back then, yeah, she couldn't take Stephanie. Stephanie was a little built back then, a little more builder, and that's why her boobs were so big back then. Now her boobs are still big, but she slimmed down a lot. And I still think Steph's gorgeous. Right now, I think Stephanie's better looking than Sable, no doubt. Now, back then, Sable had it all over. I mean, we're going back 10 years, 2003, it's 2014. You know what I mean? But is Vince really in love with, and is Steph really in love with Vince? I mean, is there some like true detective shit going on there? Some, what is it, inbreeders? Is there, I won't be surprised if Vince ever got a BJ or something on the side, or, I'm not trying to be dirty. I kick the truth to the fans. That's Joey G. I give the fans really what they want, the real dirt. Not just the wrestling dirt, all the soap operas and all the inside gossip that's going on. And once I get to WWE, it's going to be unbelievable. My storylines are going to be unbelievable. Trust me. Also, got a job coming up down in Baltimore I might take. I need you fans to help me out. Should I take it or not? If I take this could be the road to Joey G superstardom. But Vince and Stephanie, to be honest, no, I don't think they're in love. But there was a rumor that Stephanie had an affair with Randy Savage. 1993 to 1994. Now, I got my dirt sheet here. Now, at that time, 1993, 1994, Randy Savage was 41, 42, 93, 94. Stephanie was 16, 17. There's no doubt in my mind that they had a feud, There's no doubt in my mind they had a affair and they had sex. There's no doubt. Every time when Macho Man was alive, when his name got brought up, something else would be brought up. I mean, Vince McMahon even said in the past, when Hogan was in WCW, I'll do business. I'll welcome back Randy Savage with open arms. But I'll never do business with Hulk Hogan again. He's done business with Hulk Hogan 3 times since then. You know what I mean? 3 times Hogan's come back. I mean, he just ran TNA for 3 years and came back. I mean, and talked shit against Vince again in a wrestling company, just like he did in WCW. And Vince took him back again. You know what I mean? But every time one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, the Macho Man Randy Savage, is brought up. Silence, nothing. Originally, Randy wanted his family inducted, kind of like the Von Erichs were inducted. He wanted him, the Genius, Leaping Lanny Poffo, you all remember him, and Angelo Poffo. You know, the one that Ric Flair attacked them in WCW, when WCW had them horrible storylines in 94 and 95, and with the Dungeon and Doom and shit, and Ric Flair attacked Angelo Poffo. Well, that's Randy Savage's real father. And Savage wanted his whole family to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I don't know if Vince wanted that, but they're talking about Macho Man. They got to induct the Macho Man Randy Savage in the Hall of Fame, no matter what he did. If he banged Steph, even if he banged Linda, why you'd want to bang Linda, I don't know. But if he did, he did. I mean, if he did, he was 42 years old. Stephanie was 16, 17. But whatever, It is what it is, you know what I mean? Stephanie put it out there, and Randy ate it. Randy Savage, that is, not Randy Orton. Because we all know Randy Orton would eat it. For real. But, it's just a question, I think Vince is open to, Stephanie said it before, I've done meetings for you, Dad, and I've done stuff with men for you, like superstars, like she didn't say it in them words on national TV. If you can remember, like, when they were having that feud in 2003, like, Stephanie was implying, like, I've had meetings with superstars to get to sign with the company. I've done things to degrade myself. Basically, he was saying, whatever she did, she had sex, or she was giving BJs, or she was yanking one of the superstars off to get them to sign with WWE. Maybe that's what, she means, but maybe, I think Y2J definitely did something with her. That's why Y2J is always, if you remember, 1999, 2000, 2001, even up to a couple months ago, they had a segment on Raw. That Y2J was just eating Stephanie alive, just busting on her. What he used to call her, trash bagging, self-fetus, 2-bag, dollar hoe. He used to have me rolling Y2J back then. But I really think something went on there. I think Stephanie had something to do with Kurt Angle. Definitely think something went on there. Because the truth behind it is, when Kurt Angle first came into WWE in November of '99, Triple H was still going with China. The storyline with him and Stephanie didn't even start yet. Kurt Angle was dating Stephanie. Kurt Angle was separated from Karen Angle. They were separated. Kurt Angle was dating Stephanie. Then the storyline with Triple H came along, they fell in love, blah, 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 they got married. But Vince is one of the storylines where when Stephanie was pregnant, that it was Vince's kid. And then she said, absolutely not. And then Vince would say, well, how about you and Shane? And Stephanie said, absolutely not. I'm not having a storyline affair with my father or my brother. That's disgusting. I mean, even Stephanie knew. And I respect her, Stephanie. I think Stephanie and Triple H know where the company's going. I really do. But I heard that she had an affair with Scott Steiner, too. And that I could see because Scott Steiner, you could just tell the tension when she was trying to get Scott Steiner signed to SmackDown. There was sexual tension there. I can tell. So I'm an actor. I can tell talent by my eyes. I could just tell the sexual tension between Scott Steiner and Stephanie McMahon. Something definitely went down there. But RVD, I even heard something went down. But definitely with Scott Steiner, when she was with Triple H, maybe right before she married Triple H, she was with Scott Steiner. And she was definitely with Randy Savage back when she was a young buck. That's definite. Real quick, this last minute, I just want to get on to tomorrow night. Brock Lesnar will walk out of Nashville, Tennessee, still the WWE World Champion. So all you C Nation, bow! He goes down. The loser goes down again to the hands of the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar! Still champion tomorrow night. And Paul Heyman, I hope Cena becomes a Paul Heyman guy. I really do. I really do think the only way I'll get hyped if Cena wins tomorrow night and wins that world title and goes back to you can't see me, you can't see me, you can't see me. You know how I went crazy when Lesnar won the title at SummerSlam a month ago? I'll go even more crazy if Cena wins the title squeaky clean. Now Cena goes heel and him and Heyman screw Brock and Cena starts doing the thugonomics and word life, Brock, that's a good tattoo of your mom across your back, and you know how he does it. Cena with his corny word life raps, but it's fat. It makes him look fat, He looks better like this than he does like this. My name's John Cena, you can't see me. I mean, at least he looks cool like this when he comes to the ring like this. You know what I mean? For real. But John Cena, that's the only way I see him winning and me being happy. Otherwise, I just think Brock Lesnar's going to win the match. Maybe Cena goes heel, maybe he doesn't. I do think he will become a Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman's in John Cena's head big time, and I think John Cena's finally feeding into it. The only way he can beat Brock Lesnar is if he becomes Brock Lesnar. And if not that, the old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. What's going to happen Monday night? We know Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, Prince Devitt, Fergal Devitt, his real name, and Kevin Steen to be at Raw and maybe Night of Champions tomorrow night. TNA, bought by WWE. I guess we'll have to find out Monday night on Raw, but the world is changing in WWE. Monday Night Raw, Triple H said, you want it, you got it. So something big's going to happen on Monday Night Raw, but Brock Lesnar will retain his WWE World title tomorrow night. You heard my predictions earlier. But that is my one prediction. If not, Cena goes heel and becomes a Paul Heyman guy. He might just... Lesnar's booked to fight the Big Show at Hell in a Cell, so Lesnar's walking out with the belt. So I don't care what anybody says. I can't stand John Cena anymore. I don't even know if he became a Paul Heyman guy, if I even like him then. This is Joey G. I'm out. Peace. To all you C Nation fans, suck it. I hope Brock breaks his neck tomorrow night. Peace.